Happy birthday, Pusheen! Okay, it is February the 18th, which is Pusheen's birthday, and as you can tell, we are huge fans of Pusheen. We have tons of plushies, clothing. This is just a huge mess. I think we're bigger fans than what we should be, but seeing it's Pusheen's birthday, we figure we celebrate by talking about our favorite internet cat that is not Grumpy Cat. Isn't happy. So let's get this started. It was a few years back. I was on eBay and I just wanted to find some cat pillows. Like, I've seen them, like this thing here. This is what I was looking for because I've seen them before and I was looking for cat pillows. But I actually found this one. Now, obviously this is a bootleg, a counterfeit Pusheen, but I didn't know that at the time. I thought it looked cute. It was cheap, so I bought it. And it was only until later on I discovered when I found the stickers that this is Pusheen. So this is kind of like the first Pusheen-ish thing that I got.
And I first came across Pusheen. It was literally introduced to me by my wife, and I just really overall enjoyed the design of Pusheen. It was just such a simplistic design, but with both of us being cat lovers, it was just a way of, you know, just looking at it, and it just immediately cheered you right up. And she introduced me to the Facebook stickers, you know, that that Pusheen has, you know, when you're on the Facebook Messenger. And ever since I seen those, you know, I immediately fell in love with them, because one of the things that I used to do is, because one of the toughest things about working away from home is, you know, like I said, you know, depression and loneliness are unfortunately a very big constant in my life. But my wife always used to send me Pusheen stickers because they always cheered me up, and she'd send me so many of them because there were tons of different kinds. And I just immediately fell in love with the cat and the design of the cat.
So I just sent you stickers, and I remember you asking me, so like, what is this? Right? I said, it's Pusheen. I said, what Pusheen? I said, well, it's just a animated cat. You can find animated GIFs of it, but it just evolved from there.
I think I think one of the reasons why we love Pusheen so much is that we kind of have just a small little personal story regarding Pusheen.
I think it's a psychological thing, yeah, because we did have a cat named Tubby. If you watch my past YouTube videos, you might know who he is, but he was a cat. He was gray. He was a gray tabby, really fat, really round. He only had one eye. And I guess when I first saw Pusheen, like when I discovered what a cat really is, it just reminded me of Tubby in a way, because that's what Tubby was. Tubby was a big oval with short, stubby legs.
Yeah. And he used to, and you know, when he used to lie on the armchair of you know, a couch or a chair, you know, he looked like a seal. He looked like the biggest kitty loaf that you would ever seen. And I think it's just, you know, there's just kind of a lot of eerie similarities between that cat that we loved tremendously, and you know, as well as Pusheen, because, you know, they're just both adorable, and they both played a very important part in the happiness of our lives.
She's just so cute, simple design, oval little face, but yeah, it first reminds me of Tubby, but at the same time, I don't know what it is about fat cats in general. I mean, I know it's not healthy, but they're just so damn cute. So I think that's why I like Pusheen, you know, and plus all the things that she has, like all the things she holds on to, like no matter what it is. I mean, she could probably hold on to a chainsaw and make it look cute.
And it's just like for as simplistic as the design is, it's that I think one of the biggest winning aspects of Pusheen is, despite the simplicity, she actually shows a huge range of emotions, and you can't help but like just smile and just feel good about it, especially in the stickers and the plushies in which she actually smiles. You can't help but feel that that's just so adorable. It just melts my heart completely.
Holy cow! Where do we start?
We never, under any circumstances, ever expected the collection to become as big as it is right now. I think, a rough estimate, I think we own almost 200, maybe different types of Pusheen merchandise.
Could be more. Like we're talking about now. Of course, you watch my videos. I've gotten the Pusheen subscription box. My only regret about the boxes is that we did not join up at the beginning, so we did not get the first and the second box, which I'm kicking myself because I really love the baking goods they had in the second one. And
they actually had a Pusheen umbrella.
Oh yeah, we have like hats. Like that's mine. That's yours. I haven't really worn mine yet. Let me put my thing on. See how this definitely. And plus, lots of things. We got clothes. How many articles of clothing do you think we have?
I think we have at least a dozen. The majority of my clothing are just usually shirts, and I do have one kind of sweatshirt hoodie. But probably one of my favorite clothing items is I actually have a Pusheen varsity jacket. And that is super comfortable, super self-fitting. It's just a wonderful thing to look at. And I like wearing it. When I seen it for sale at the Hey Chickadee store, I told my wife that I absolutely needed to get it. But unfortunately, especially in this day and age. Because let's face facts, Pusheen is more marketed towards a more female audience.
It is. It's
so the amount of guy clothing that's available on the website is very, very limited. There isn't a lot of stuff. There are some unisex things, but the majority of the things are usually for little girls and females and young adults. And it's kind of unfortunate because there are actually some really interesting Pusheen designs that I would really love to have, but are specifically designed for females. To be honest, I don't really know of too many guys that actually really like Pusheen or have the same fascination with it as much as I do. But
I'm sure there's some. They're probably just in the closet over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have like the plushies. If you just walk around our house, I mean, Pusheen is everywhere, even walking to the bedroom, got the small speaker, which is actually pretty decent. As long as you're not an audiophile, the speaker is pretty good. We got the shower curtain stands out a lot, especially for guests who go into the bathroom. Of course, when it comes to our collection, I'm pretty sure it does not count all the Pusheens I have made.
Yeah.
All the little, you take fluffy socks. And I've started doing it as a hobby, just making all the Pusheens. People really like those. Probably the craziest thing though is the refrigerator. Like all of the magnets on the fridge are not official Pusheen magnets. They're all stickers. When you buy the calendars, they all come with stickers. So I just put them on magnet sheets and cut them out. And now it's come to the point that anytime I get a subscription box, all the packaging has really cute pictures of Pusheen on it. So I just cut out the cardboard, put on sheet magnet, and there you go. So that the fridge is just absolutely insane. And even when you walk around the house, the notepads, pens, even things I don't use. I got like 2 coin purses.
2 coin purses, one of the strongest aspects is I think Gunn really figured out, the proper way, to market this cat, and that is, with merchandising. Like the design is very simplistic and it is so appealing, you can literally turn it into everything. We have Pusheen ice cube trays, we have Pusheen plastic templates that, you can make homemade popsicles out of.
Oh, and they're good, they're really good. They're small, but
there's some very obscure and very unique items. We have a steep tea Pusheen holder that unfortunately doesn't work very well. We have We have a Pusheen heater that, you know, will heat up your cup of tea or a cup of coffee. We have one of those hair massage things, you know, with a little Pusheen on it. You know, we have a Pusheen can opener. You know, a couple of mugs. You know, the thing is that it boggles my mind how many items they managed to fit this design on, but it still has that same magical, happy appeal to it.
I know, and like, unfortunately, you know, Hello Kitty is the biggest thing going when it comes to cat merchandise, but will this go as far as Hello Kitty? I mean, I don't think so, but like Hello Kitty, there is no product that can't be touched by this thing.
Yeah.
I mean, the items that we've been getting in those subscription boxes really surprised me. It's like, oh, I didn't expect to see Pusheen on this item.
Yeah.
And oh, we can't forget about the blind boxes.
Yeah.
How much money did we blow on those?
And but at least one of the appealing things about the blind boxes is that you know, even though they're specifically made for like keychains and that kind of thing, you can actually use them for Christmas decorations. And in this very basement, you know, the tree that we have set up down here, just about 90% of the ornaments for that tree are all little Pusheen plushies that we actually got from those blind boxes.
Oh yes, as part of the first collection we had completed too. With the first collection of the blind boxes, we might have had, I think we got 2 or 3 different designs. All I wanted was the pizza one, and right now that's dangling on the car mirror. The second one I think we mostly completed, but the Christmas ones we went full out on. We got some of the designs for the first blind box pack at the series for the Christmas, but the second one, the only reason we got that is if you've seen a previous video, Claire's had a super sale of them, like maybe $5 each. So a friend was there, so I sent her the money. She picked like 16 of them, and we opened them all up, so we ended up getting the full collection. We didn't get the full collection of the Halloween one, and now they just released a fantasy collection, which is just, oh my god, are they ever going to stop? But no, they know how to get our money. So, and counting each individual piece is pretty close to impossible, but I'm pretty sure we have more than 200.
Yep.
More, if you don't include the stuff that I've made myself.
And you know, we forgot probably the biggest and the most important piece. This sucker right behind
Oh
us.
my god. I wanted it too, but I think he secretly wanted it more than me.
I probably did.
And that was funny too, because again, I opened up on video. Apparently, it got hit by customs, but the funny part, it was actually physically opened by Canadian Border Services. So I just wish I was there when they opened it up to see what did this Mrs. in Canada order? Just a giant plush. I was like, okay, I'm sure they've seen weirder things come through the mail, but yeah, that's definitely the biggest one.
You know, I love a lot of the clothes. But, you know, the Pusheen that I bought specifically for me to have up in Alberta, especially because it really, because it really helps me deal with, you know, some of the depression and loneliness that comes with working so far away from home. And it's just, you know, when you spend all your life working, you know, you don't really have a lot of things in your life to cheer you up, especially, you know, when you're so far away from home. And this was a Pusheen that I specifically seen at Claire's, and like I absolutely needed to own it because I loved the bowl of ice cream and, you know, the little cone, and, you know, I just love the little smile on Pusheen's mouth. And it's just, and as silly as this sounds, you know, this actually comes to bed with me. And it's just as a normal plushie. It's, you know, especially when you're having a really rough day at work, you know, it's amazing how much, you know, how a fictional plush kitty can actually cheer you up when you're feeling down.
I kind of like Stormy. Now, that's my favorite piece now, but I think I probably like Stormy more than most people do. I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe it's a mini Pusheen, but with lots of curly hair. Maybe I can identify with that with all the curls. But I love the plushies too. They're high quality. When it comes to the plushies, I really love the ones. Anyone that has the pizza. I love pizza Pusheen, and the donut one is cute. But a favorite item, I'm going to have to go with the big boy here. Man, this thing is just, you could use, now I advise against using it as a chair, but it's irresistible not to. But as far as big plushies go, this one just stays on the floor. Anyone can see it. It's just a really good conversation piece when anyone shows up, like, what the? You can get plushies this big? As far as knickknacks is concerned, I do like the selfie stick, because it's one of those things that you cannot help but smile at. The Pusheen's right on top. Say, hi! The speaker is handy. I love the speaker. Again, it's not something that an audiophile should look into, but for sound quality, it's decent. It's good enough to sync your iPod to. But yeah, the monster, the one that'll eat us all, is my favorite.
Yeah. I got a particular fondness, for this shirt. This was the first Pusheen shirt I actually
So
owned.
lazy, can't move.
And as I like to call it, I like to wear this shirt a lot, when I go to Alberta, especially when I have days off, because after working for a really long time and you don't get days off very often, this is what I like to call my weekend shirt, because I really don't want to get up. I really don't want to do anything. I just want to use this time to actually relax.
I see you're wrapping yourself in this a lot too.
Yeah.
The Pusheen blanket, the burrito. Yeah, it's not as thick as I would like it to be when I got it in the mail, but it's decent. I see the cats on it.
Yeah.
So plushies, clothing, that's the bulk of what we have anyway, but I think that's good for our favorites. So today's her birthday. What about the future of Pusheen? Will she celebrate a lot more birthdays?
I personally, let's face it, she's going to be around for a while, and I think Gund realizes that they have a hit on their hands, because strictly it was just Pusheen merchandise. Now Stormy is getting her own merchandise as well.
Yeah, and Pip. Now the newest one is Pip. The youngest brother of Stormy and Pusheen,
Yeah.
and starting to get some plushies. Yeah, this cat is not just a meme or something. I'm not going to say she'll last forever, but I can see her lasting for a decent amount of time, as long as they keep up with creative products and more cute plushies with more things for her to hold on to. I think she will keep going. I mean, the fan base is definitely a loyal and strong fan base. My only concern though is with the subscription boxes. I found the past few boxes, I'm not sure about less items, but I kind of felt like they're starting to run out of ideas, which I hope not, because I'm sure there's a ton of things you could put Pusheen space on. I mean, they even made a head, earbud piece. I mean, unfortunately, it doesn't work that great. But the fact, her butt is one end and her face is the other.
Yeah. Hopefully, if they're smart, they should kind of look at the old subscription boxes and realize that they do have a lot of one-of-a-kind items. And I don't really see any harm of actually re-releasing those, because a lot of people didn't get into Pusheen until fairly late. And it's just, especially, that first box that, had so much Pusheen baking stuff. They had cookie cutters, they had little templates, that kind of thing. So that'd be great to add as well.
And the vinyls they all come with are pretty high quality. I can see people wanting to collect the rest of them, but I guess that's where the added value is where they're not as common, like first edition. I'm surprised how hardcore some of the collectors are getting, if they're going to try to aim to get other things in the future. Because take the calendars, for example. I think we have most of the Pusheen wall calendars.
Yeah.
And when you go on Amazon and look them up for past years, like over hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And that blew my mind when I first saw that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, is this going to happen with other Pusheen products? I mean, we're not in this for the value. I mean, we really do love this cat, but it's one of those surprise things that that's something collects that kind of value over time, and to me, it's unfortunate because, like you said, like Pusheen is mainly aimed at a younger generation, and I think they should have access to these. at a not, at a reasonable price at least. I don't want them to be rare and expensive.
Yeah. I would be very curious, I would really hope one of those days, I would like to see a study. I really would like to see a study on how Pusheen deals with regards to people dealing with depression and that kind of thing. I'd be very interested because I do know of a lot of people that use Pusheen, as a pick-me-up and a great way, to cheer somebody up. And I can really see that. Because especially if you're a cat lover, basically when you see this simplistic design, you can't help but smile. And one of the greatest things I take out of Pusheen is that I will always love the Facebook stickers on Facebook, and I do use them a lot. And the reason why, and this is one of my favorite stories regarding Pusheen, is that I always find it as a great tension breaker. Because everybody loves to fight on the internet. Everybody loves to shove their own ideas into someone else's face and thinks everybody has the right way of thinking. And all I can do, and one of my favorite things to do, is I like to take the Pusheen sticker with the popcorn, or if the Pusheen is eating fast food, and I just and I basically do it like this. And okay, guys, I'm enjoying this drama that you guys are causing, and it really gets a good laugh out of everybody, and then people stop fighting, and then that kind of thing. So
yeah, you can't be mad around Pusheen, but with the little stickers though, I think my favorite one is any of them that's eating a pizza for obvious reasons. I love Pusheen and pizza put together, but Pusheen not only is cute, but it embodies a lot of things that I think people enjoy in general. We see foods, everyone has their favorite food or snack or hobby, and that's why I think Pusheen plushies in the future will have a lot more items that she can be holding on to. At least I hope so. I can't see them running out of ideas anytime soon. But yeah, her future, I hope is bright. You keep making stuff, we'll probably keep buying it.
until we run out of room, and trust me, we're slowly running out of room. We never intended for this Pusheen collection to get as big as it did, but it plays such a very important part in our lives, and for all I know, it probably has played a big part in contributing to the positivity of this household.
Yeah,
because
they're just everywhere.
yeah, because you can't be in a bad mood. You can't be in a bad mood, when Pusheen is around. And for as much as some of my friends, may give me a little bit of grief about it, I think we all have our little vices, our little ways of coping, when life gets us down. And thankfully, both of us share a love of Pusheen that really helps us through the bad times and just makes the good times that much better.
Yeah, so Pusheen, this is for you. Happy birthday. I don't know how old you are, but have a happy birthday, happy future birthdays, and we will continue to love you wherever. So Pusheen rules. Yeah.
Bye.